Welcome back. I've been enjoying looking at your workbooks that you've updated. Please make sure you read the feedback on anything that I return to you. Also, I've enjoyed reading your discussion posts, so keep up the good work. So today we're going to go over the third chapter in your Excel step-by-step book. And this chapter is going to focus on something very important for accountants and all business majors for that matter, the ability to perform calculations on data. So again, we're spending our first few weeks together becoming acquainted with the Excel program. So once again, if you're a Power Excel user already, I ask for your patience. I guarantee you will learn something through the semester. And this is just baby steps before we jump in and start working. So in this chapter, there's some important things I want you to focus on. We're going to learn how to name groups of data. We're going to learn to create various formulas to calculate values. We're going to learn to summarize data that meets certain conditions. We're going to learn to set iterative calculation options. We're going to learn about array formulas, and we're going to learn to find and correct errors. Please make sure you're reading the chapters and that you are trying some of the practice tasks at the end of each chapter. Even though those things aren't being graded now, those will appear in the quizzes and will appear also in the exams that you take. So it's important that you spend the time to learn the material. Again, I've already mentioned this before, as you work through each lesson, keep a notebook so that you can jot down important shortcuts and other things that you may not be familiar with. So, for example, we're going to be learning some pretty basic statistical functions here. I've listed them for you on the screen. These come in very handy throughout life. For example, I'm a sports addict. I used to play. I've followed a Division I athlete around and now watch her play professionally also. And in any sports, there's various statistics that come up, whether it's basketball or baseball or in her case volleyball. And many of the things that we learn in this lesson you can apply to everyday life. So the purpose of this lesson is to just kind of walk you through some of the quick study tasks. So let's get started. So as you read through the Canvas instructions, it's going to tell you to open up the file that you created in task 2. And that was the one where you listed 10 family or friends. And it's the one where we used the flash fill feature to fill in these names, and as we entered birth dates, we calculated how old our various family and friend members were. In this chapter, part of it illustrates some basic statistical functions, so we're going to use the file that you've already created and just build upon that. So for example, in the lesson, I've asked you to write in, I believe there were 6 different functions that we're going to work on through this, and they're very simple. So in my file, you see 5 names. I believe in yours you'll have 10, but in order to keep all the images on the same screen, I'm only showing 5. But the formulas work the same. So on the first one, if we wanted to add up all the ages, we could use the sum function that looks like this. And you would highlight the range, and in the new Excel 2016 you don't even have to close the parentheses. You can just press enter and it'll automatically close it for you. It's going to make a liar out of me. Let me try it one more time. Equals sum from the top to the bottom. There we go. I don't know why it didn't go in the first time. So the sum of the ages on my template are 181. Averages are used in many different places in our life. From real estate, you might be calculating the average price of a house. In this case, we're going to calculate the average age. So again, equals, and as soon as I type it in, you'll see various functions that are always built in. If you'd like, you can go ahead and click on the feature that you want. For me, I think it's just easier to type it, but whatever you want to do is fine. And again, highlight the range of the ages. And the average age there in my family and friends is 36 years old. A count feature is also helpful. It's just equals count. And again, I'm going to highlight the ages and press enter. And that tells me that there were 5 items. And then we're going to look at the maximum age of those 5 people. You can tell by looking at them, but in some cases where you're dealing with hundreds or even thousands or even millions of lines of data, this would be a real time saver. So when I enter that, it's going to tell me that the maximum age, let's see what happened there. The maximum age, oh, I accidentally used some because I was talking. Let me try that one again. So I'm going to type in maximum. From here to here, you're going to see that the oldest one is automatically pulled up. And one more time, I don't start creating videos new when I make a mistake on purpose. I want you guys to know that I make mistakes just like you do. So I'm going to try it one more time. Maximum from the top to the bottom and press enter. And for some reason it doesn't like that. You know what, I think they shortened the feature now in Excel 2016. That's something different. So it's just max now. We'll highlight it from top to bottom. There we go. And they've probably done the same with min, so let me look at it. They sure did. It's been shortened to MIN. From the top to the bottom, you'll see that it's going to choose the youngest person's age. And finally, median is used often in real estate in terms of things like median home prices. And the median means the middle age. So if we weren't doing this using Excel, the way that you would do that is you would list the ages from highest to lowest, and it would go find the exact middle of that. And so let's go ahead and put equals median, and we'll go from the top to the bottom. There, and press enter, and of course we're getting an error, so I'm going to try it one more time. Make sure I spell it right. Median from the top to the bottom. There we go. So again, it's just a quick overview of several of the things that you've learned. Now, one of the things as we get deeper into the Excel class that drives me crazy is formatting issues. All your numbers should be formatted the same. So for example here, you see that most of my ages have 2 decimal places, but this one didn't. I want you to consistently format, so I'm going to format them all the same. I'm going to highlight them and then choose the format you want to use. A lot of times I'll just use the comma format because it's quick and easy. And you see that once I've done that, now I have a nice, neat page. Again, I haven't finished my template. It's going to tell you to probably give the book a different name. And again, you're going to save this file using the directions given in the Canvas website. And once it looks nice and neat and it's going to print on one page, double check that. Then upload it to me so I can take a look at it. And again, when you receive the grade, Canvas will let you know that a grade's been posted. Please go in and read the feedback. So to recap, the purpose of this video was just to demonstrate some of the features on the quick study task. So don't forget, you'll need to submit it for grading through Canvas by uploading it. And after you've done that, don't forget that for each one of these introductory lessons, you're also expected to post to the discussion board as stated in the Canvas instructions. And also, as you know, there's a quick assessment quiz at the end. So once again, upload that file to me through Canvas and just know that I'm here waiting to help you. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to contact me via email or come into my office or get some help from your classmates or come into any one of the numerous accounting labs. I look forward to working with you, and I look forward to seeing your work. Thanks.